Well, hi, RHCC family. I'm excited today to have a conversation with Bobby Gupta, who is one of our missionaries for over 20 years. We've been partnering with HBI, or the Hindustan Bible Institute, for that long. And so, Bobby, I just want to welcome you, and so thankful that you are here today, and we're so thankful for the years of partnership that we've had together.
I'm very glad to be here and to be able to address the church and to say to the church how grateful we are and thankful for their faithfulness in supporting Lynette and myself and the church planters that have been strategically engaged in reaching people who have never heard the gospel, discipling them and bringing them into an intimate relationship with our Lord Jesus Christ.
Well, we'd like to hear a little bit about what God is doing in India. What do you see happening?
It's amazing. In 1983, when I went back to India, it's amazing that since then, it's 40 years now, and God has really helped us see more churches added and more people come to know Jesus Christ. And I just want to really thank the church, but I want to also blow their mind. I hope it's okay, because what they may have not realized is in 1983, India only had 2.3% Christians. In 1987 declared there's only 114,000 churches in my country. In the last 40 years, God has added so many more churches. We have now in India, in the most recent research, 1 million churches, from 114 to 1 million in 40 years. Isn't that amazing? Only God could do it. And it is only He who has planted these churches, because He said, I will build my church. We're the largest nation in the world. We're talking about 300 million people who are worshiping Jesus. But I must tell you, this is not that the task is completed, but we're at a place where we can make it possible so the indigenous church can work in partnership with churches like yourself and accomplish greater things for Christ now than ever before.
So in hearing all this exciting news, what is HBI? It stands for Hindustan Bible Institute, but what is it doing? How has it been part of this process of growing the church in India?
Well, Hindustan Bible Institute was started in 1952. It was started actually by my father. And my father started it because God said, if one Indian is to reach another Indian for Jesus Christ, we need to train him. And so he began Hindustan Bible Institute as training people to reach Indians with the gospel. And as I learned what it meant to be a church planter, I began to realize, what if every pastor was training people to be church planters? But then we went to the pastors out there, and we began to take the non-formal training to the pastors and say, this is what God is doing. And when they began to do it, they look at themselves as naturally being bivocational and serving the Lord. So the next generation is an amazing group of people who want to serve the Lord. They're not looking to be supported, but they want to be trained. So we started to train them.
Thanks, Bobby, for being with us today and encouraging our hearts. And Bobby, wondering if there's any final word that you'd like to say to RHCC.
God has been establishing His church. And when we as God's people who are focused on the mission of God to make disciples for Jesus Christ, we will see the Church of Jesus Christ grow, so every man, every woman, every boy, every girl will have the opportunity to hear it. And that's what's happening. And I'm excited. And church, if you didn't stand with your missionaries, we would not have been able to do that. But because you did, we're so thankful to the Lord. And we are here to say thank you so much for helping us make it possible.